Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today I want to talk about decluttering your home organization, and decluttering your mind also by having more structure in your home. And I know Marie Kondo's book has been all the craze lately or last year, and I myself also read this book. So I just wanted to summarize what I took out of this book and what I think about how to really get yourself organized. I know for many people the thought of decluttering your home and really getting rid of all of the stuff that you have collected over the years can be a pretty overwhelming thought. And I have helped many friends and family members in the past weeks when 2020 started and over Christmas break to declutter their homes, to reorganize their closets. And so I wanted to talk about this topic today. One of my very first tips is to start small, because when you think about, oh my god, I just have to get it all done, declutter the whole home, the whole place has to look so clean and so neat and so organized all of the time, then what humans tend to do, we get so overwhelmed that we don't do anything at all. So my first thought is to start small. Pick one item, one type of item, one area, even though Marie Kondo suggests not to go room by room, but to go by category of item. If you feel like going room by room is an approach you like more, then I do feel you should go start decluttering with one room and see how it goes. And if you feel well, I have more of that certain type of item in another room, then just maybe go and switch your approach to going item by item. What I do feel most women are concerned of is their closet. So this is why I'm going to start talking about closet organization first. My approach to organizing your closet is not to go all in and think about everything at once, because this is actually what Marie Kondo suggests, collect all of your clothes, go through them and toss everything that, as she says, doesn't spark joy for you. I have to say I'm not that emotional when it comes to my clothes, so I wouldn't say any of my clothes spark joy for me. I feel that this is a really intense emotion that she's trying to get across here. But what I like to do is I go through my closet at the end of every season. And I feel that this really helps to declutter, get rid of all of the clothes I actually didn't wear during the whole season. And it makes it easier to see what you actually have in your closet. Therefore, as an example, when spring will arrive, I will go through all of my sweaters, all of the very warm clothes, all of my coats, all of the winter clothing. And if I see that there are several items that I didn't wear throughout the whole season, I will think about, why didn't I wear them? Do I still love them? Did I only forget that I had it? Things like that. And then I will decide on which items I will keep and which I won't. And actually this seasonal approach really helps me to think about my behavior, my shopping behavior, the way I dress. It makes me really think about my style also, because I do feel that there are several items that we just tend to keep because we think maybe one day I will wear it, and you will never. So that's why I prefer the seasonal approach to just going all in and looking at everything, because I feel that this overwhelms most of the people that I have tried to help decluttering their closet. What I also love about the seasonal approach is that if I go through all of my winter clothing at the end of winter, I will also give all of my sweaters and like all of the wool items, cashmere, all of the delicate stuff, I will give that all a wash at the end of the season, and then I will actually take a shaver. It's a special shaver just for clothes, and I will use that shaver to go over all of my sweaters, all of my wool and cashmere and cozy sweaters, to remove the pilling. And therefore, next winter, when I pull out all of the stuff out of my closet, then everything will be fresh and clean. And this helps to re-fall in love with the items you already own. And it's also taking better care of the items that are in your possession so that they will last longer. What I also like to do when it comes to organizing my clothing is that I will, in my closet, have all of the seasonal items in the front showing, and everything, for example, now it's winter time, so all of my summer clothes are either stored away in like these huge plastic bags, these vacuum bags where like no air and nothing is going to make them like smell weird or something like that, or they are just simply stored in the back of the closet. So this is also one of my #1 tips for closet organization, is try to always have what is relevant for the season visible to you. When it comes to organizing your home and decluttering your home, what I also like to do and what I also like to tell my friends or family or people that ask me for help is one thing that actually Marie Kondo also mentions in her book, and this is try to have a specific place for every item that you own. So when you declutter, for example, your kitchen, try to think about, is this an item that I actually use, and if you do, what is the perfect space for this item so that you can pull it out easily and you will always know where to put this specific item. For example, in my living room, on the living room table, there is a specific place where I will always put the remote controls. And this actually helps tidying up, cleaning, keeping everything organized so much easier. So this is very much the #1 tip to keeping your house clean and organized after you have decluttered and have gotten rid of all of the things that you don't need, because it really relieves like the cognitive stress of thinking about, oh my god, where am I supposed to put this, where am I supposed to put that, you know. Cleaning up is just like, oh, this goes there, this goes there. This is such an easy change in your house, but it actually makes such a big difference. Another thing I try when decluttering and like cleaning out the house or the apartment is I try to ask myself several questions about all of the items that I own. First and foremost is the question, do I really need this? And by need, I mean, does this item serve a specific purpose, or is it just lying around, like getting on my nerves or something like that? Because there are many items that may actually serve a purpose, that even though you might not love this item, you know. That's why I'm not starting off with, oh, do I really like this? Is it cute? Is it pretty? Does it spark joy for me? But does this item serve an actual purpose? Because if it does, then it's something that you really need, like your, I don't know, several knives. Does this knife in your kitchen serve a specific purpose? Do you actually need it? If the answer is yes, then you keep it. And of course, you don't need 5 or 6 or 10 of this specific knife. Just using the knife as an example here. But just think about, does this item serve a specific purpose, and then it might have the right to stay in your household even though it doesn't spark joy. The next question I like to ask myself is, when have I last used this? So as I said before, when it comes to decluttering your closet or deciding on which clothes to keep and which clothes to toss or donate, it's always one of the first questions I ask myself. When did I last use this item? And if the time span is longer than, I don't know, 3 or 6 months, maybe I don't actually really need this in my home. Next question I like to ask myself is this item easily replaced? And this is a discussion I will have, for example, with my sister when I help her declutter her closet, because her closet is stuffed. She keeps everything, like an old t-shirt with discoloration, with holes in it, with, I don't know, she keeps everything. And then what I like to ask her is, how easily can you replace this like simple black t-shirt? And this goes for all of the items in your household that you are thinking about keeping or getting rid of. So how easily can you replace an item? And actually this was one of the parts in Marie Kondo's books that kept me thinking, because I do know that, for example, my grandparents who lived through war and like after the war, it wasn't always easy to get your hands on several items. And this is, I understand that approach of like keeping so many things in your house, like because you went through actual shortages of things. But my generation, we don't know that struggle, so I don't understand why people like to keep like so many things in their storage, because our apartments tend to be smaller. Many of us don't even have like a storage room where you can keep I don't know, 10,000 rolls of toilet paper. So what I like to think about is, how easy can I go to the next store and buy this in case I will need it, because I'm not going to keep anything for the next 5 years, because I might need to use this or that one day. Thinking about this might actually help you decide on whether to keep or toss an item, because one of the main aspects of this is it has never been so easy to get your hands on like anything. You can order like most of the things overnight from Amazon. You can go to your city, you can go to the grocery store, you can get almost anything at any time. Why would you use up the precious space in your home to keep items that you might need to use one day or maybe never, if you could just easily replace them? It might be the better choice to donate them to people who really might need them and just can't afford to buy them. One of the most interesting aspects of decluttering your home is finding sentimental items lying around everywhere that you might feel emotional attached to. For me, for example, it's my teddy bear that my parents got me for Christmas when I was only 3 months old. So I will always keep that one, even though I'm not like cuddling it, it's not on display, it's nothing special. It could easily be replaced, because this actual type of teddy bear is still produced. But what I mean is it's my teddy bear. I have loved this one so much. I took it everywhere as a child, on every travel. I even got like special outfits for it wherever we might go. So these sentimental items are the hardest to think about whether to keep or toss them. And so one of the most important tips I have when it comes to these is like, save them for last. This is also one of the tips Marie Kondo suggests to do, like go through all of the sentimental items last. Going through them last might be easier because you have already gone through all of the items in your house, all of the items in that specific room, or you know, your, I don't know, like basement, and then you will have gotten used to like getting rid of stuff, and so going through these sentimental items might feel easier for you. I'm not super sentimental when it comes to things. I think my teddy bear and like my photo albums are the only things that I keep around. So I do struggle understanding the emotional attachment some people have to things, because I tend not to. But that doesn't mean that it's not absolutely valid to feel emotionally attached to things. It's just not my vibe, you know. So if you struggle to get rid of these things, maybe just reorganize these emotional items. Maybe get a really cute box in which you can like put all of them in, where you just know they are there. It makes you feel safe, it makes you feel like happy that you are keeping them, but just have them structured and organized, and then you will like feel at ease with keeping these emotional items around, so that they are not interfering with the more clean, tidy approach that you're looking for in your apartment. What I also always find very important is to get your partner, your family, the people you live with, your roommates, get everyone on board with the thought of reorganizing and decluttering your home. Because if it's only you that knows, like what I said before, that knows the specific place where any item is supposed to be at, then you will never reach your goal of having to tidy up less, having a decluttered home and therefore decluttered mind. I really do feel that having everybody on board is crucial to the success of like the process of decluttering. Another thing I would recommend is setting up a decluttering schedule. And this might seem a little weird, because most of the people think they have to like pick this one weekend and then like declutter everything, and then your house will be super shiny new, and you know, but this is in my opinion, this is too much to ask for most of us. So this is why I'm also still a fan of going room by room, because it's easier to integrate into the busy lifestyle and schedules we all have. When you set up your schedule, for example, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, my schedule is to declutter my wardrobe at the end of every season, so that I know what I did actually wear throughout that season. So this is fixed. If I know days are getting warmer, I'm not going to wear my big chunky knit sweaters, my super warm clothing anymore. Then I will go through all of it and will look at it and then decide on what to keep and what to donate. And so setting up a schedule like this by like maybe telling your husband, your boyfriend, your roommates, hey, it would mean a lot to me if we would try to declutter this specific room or area of the house on this or that day of the week or the month, then everybody will be on board. It will be so much easier to go through all of the stuff. It will be quicker. Everybody can like prepare themselves for decluttering, because in my experience there are some people that really struggle with getting rid of stuff, and if they have the opportunity to go into the situation prepared and not be like stressed about it so much, it's easier to like think about what to keep and what to get rid of than when you just like pressure them into the situation and like, hey, I want to do this now, and you have to decide now whether you want to like keep or toss this or that item. So setting up a decluttering schedule can be really, really helpful. Last but not least, I want to talk about how we all put so much stress on ourselves on having this perfect home, which is like clean and tidy all the time. And I would really love for all of you that are watching this video to like give yourself some slack. take a deep breath and don't put so much pressure on yourself on always having this super clean and presentable home, because let's be honest, this is not reality. When we look at all of these interior magazines and all of these like super pretty homes on Pinterest, which can be really inspiring on what to do with your home, but it can also build up a lot of pressure for us to always have this super clean and presentable home. So I did choose this title, Declutter Your Home and Mind, because I feel that the more structure we have in our houses, that the easier it is for the mind to like not feel stressed about it. And this is why I put so much emphasis on that, having a specific place for every item in your house, because it really releases so much cognitive stress on thinking about, oh my god, where should I put this or that, that I would love for all of us to feel less stressed about being perfect and having the perfect home, and therefore like decluttering and having less things will, in my opinion, help with that. These are my thoughts on how to declutter your house and how to get rid of things easier. If you have any questions on this, feel free to ask. I have helped many friends and family members decluttering their closets, getting rid of things. So if you struggle with that, feel free to reach out if you need any support. I would love to help. I know many people struggle with this, and I don't. So if you need somebody to tell you to get rid of that dirty old t-shirt with holes in it like my sister does, feel free to reach out to me. I will gladly help. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope I could help. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!